Hey everyone, it's Chris for Sound Lab once again, and I thought I'd do something a little different. This one is a little introduction of what it would be like to come visit me if you were to come to visit Sound Lab in Japan. And I thought the best way to start doing that is to give you an idea of what it's like to get here. And right behind me there is our little airport. Takamatsu City is very small. Well, not so small, but it's about 500,000 people. And we've got a small airport though, 5 gates. We really only use 3. So we got this great little airport. It's a 1-hour flight from Tokyo. You land here, it takes an hour to get here. And the wonderful thing is that right across the way there is Takamatsu City. And way down there straight you go right into the Seto Naikai, which is the Japanese inland sea. But my home is just nestled around there in the trees that you can't see very clearly from here, of course, but it's only less than 3 miles away. I'm gonna drive home in my trusty Jeep here. Okay, here we go. We're gonna drive down from this parking lot and drive to my house. Almost there, just maybe half a mile or so. You can see all sorts of rice fields. It's actually quite picturesque, especially at this time of day. It's just a little bit past 6 o'clock in the evening. My place is just up over that ridge to the left. Okay, here we are pulling up to Sound Lab Japan from the airport. Let's see, look at that, it's just 3 miles. Only took us a few minutes to get here. Let's go inside. Well, there you go. You can tell that we're close to the airport. It's a quiet location without hardly any neighbors, where we can listen to music and enjoy all kinds of opportunities for sampling Sound Lab. Okay, come on in. We're entering here through the kitchen. It gives you an idea of how the large room is open to several other rooms on the sides. So this just gives you an idea. This is the kitchen here, and we're going to go enter into the main living room, which is 10 meters by 10 meters, which is basically, I think, 30 by 30 feet. You'll see that there are vaulted ceilings here, so there's lots of space and air. You might recognize those speakers over there, the minis from Oswald Mills Audio, kind of left over here. Beautiful speakers. Those are the G97Cs in a majestic walnut trim. They are in this new position for the last couple of months, and it is probably their final position. They sound absolutely wonderful. More about the room. You saw that the kitchen is over there, and above the kitchen is another room. In fact, we have some other speakers up there. They're G64Cs. It's a small room, so they have small speakers. But you can see here now that the space is extensive. The main listening position is on this sofa here. And you can see that there's really no wall behind the sofa, and actually extends to the main entrance, which goes to another hallway, which then in turn goes to two rooms in which there are two other sets of SoundLab speakers for listening in different room environments. Over there, there's the G73Cs and the G54Cs in the far room. Over here, behind the fireplace, is another room. It's appropriately called the theater room. A very different environment acoustically. It's great for theater. It's also wonderful for music as well. In here, we have G97C's audiophile trim in cherry wood. Underneath the screen that you see is actually a flat 9-foot sound panel, SoundLab sound panel, which I use as a center channel, and will be of some interesting discussion in some videos to come. Amazing sound, and incredible ideas have sprung from this experience. There are two other sets of speakers in here that I use for sides. I have G66Cs, beautiful speakers there, and for rear speakers I have G74Cs. So here in this one location, there are several different sizes of speakers that can be listened to, sampled, and compared in very differently sounding acoustical settings. So I think that leaves us to come up and talk about the system. We have variations in this room, which include what I have right now just warming up with the Atmosphere MA2's MK 3.3. It's their newest version. It runs about 220 watts at 4, 8, or 16, and probably beyond and below. There's not much change, and they are really quite amazing, fantastic amplifiers. The Audio Research 750 SEs, which I also like to use. Interestingly enough, even though there are more tubes here in the Atmosphere, it does not run nearly as hot as the KT, what are those, 150s that I'm using in the Audio Research. Back behind here, we have a wonderful fail-safe and exceptionally performing Sanders Magtech stereo amplifier, which is very easy to hook up and which really drives the SoundLab speakers also incredibly well. Off to the side, we have Now we're using an Atmosphere MP1 preamplifier, as well as the LTA Aero DAC, and for music server here we're using the 432. Wonderful server. Cables and that sort, nothing is terribly exotic. I'm using Analysis Plus, fairly short cables into the Atmosphere, and if the pronunciation is correct, Canair or Canary, XLR professional cables, just running them to the Atmosphere here, nothing special, nothing fancy. Okay, and you can obviously see these large cylindrical columns here behind the panels, and I want to draw some attention to that because they work extraordinarily well and serve a wonderful purpose. You can see, of course, that I've got these large windows behind my panel speakers, and I really do not want to hear a single very large reflection from that. Oh, well, there's the rice, you can see, just in case you're hungry, out the back here. But the window, if we did not have these cylinder columns here, you'd hear very obvious reflections coming from the window. And by using these, which were sort of developed and also called Sally, as a product that Sound Lab also makes, works on the basis that behind the speaker, the 45-degree dispersion moving forward from the front of the speaker converges to a point behind the speaker. It's usually about 3 feet or so behind. Now, I've got this column right about that point, and if I were to be standing where this column is, I'd hear a great amount of sound energy which is converging behind that speaker. What this is doing is mostly absorbing most of the high frequencies, because I have a few rolls thick of this common egg crate absorbing material affixed to some, what are those called, construction cylinders, which, because of the round shape, gives a kind of diffusing factor to the result, which actually works really well. So, highly recommended. You know, some people don't have windows behind their speakers. They might have a wall. You might be interested in covering the wall with room treatment, but in fact, using these columns strategically placed behind the panels basically does exactly what a whole wall of room treatment would do. Okay, so that's what I wanted to draw attention to. I've spoken about that before. Happy to talk about it again if anybody has any questions. I'm going to play some music selections. I have my very small, convenient, and casual DJI microphone set up in stereo so that we can hear the speakers, and I'll use my little iPhone here for giving a reference of the SPL readings while I play some music. I'll try and choose some selections. If you have anything that you'd like to have me play, it's easy for me to ring it up on the Evo 432 server, so don't hesitate to ask. Thanks. Talk to you soon.